Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion, where today I am continuing the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign. I know there are some of you out there who don't want to be spoiled. If you're one of them, go ahead and click away now. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I understand that some people want to experience it themselves first before watching someone else do it. Previously on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We will use energy to put Slingshot into play. Attack here for 2. She takes the damage. I'll use Get Ready to ready her. She attacks for 2 more and knocks him out. Then I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to play Inspiring Presence, heal 1 and ready her. She attacks and knocks him out. We'll exhaust all 4 of these to take 4 threat off. Then, because I can, just to see my options, I'm going to exhaust that and get rid of Inspiring Presence to draw a card. And I will use energy to heal 1 and draw a card. Make the Call does me no good. I can use one of those to get that threat off. And he thwarts for 2. He thwarts for 2 and goes away. And I thwart for 2. If there is no threat here, the players win the game. All right, so we do get a little bit of setup here. We create the holding cell deck. We shuffle these. There's one I really love being on top, and that is the Psionic Inhuman. And we get Sarah Garza. Now, this starts with 2. We'll get back to that. Next, we put a random adaptoid environment into play. I don't want the one that gives minions tough, because that's always just a slowdown. I hate having to deal with a tough. We get Sarah Garza, who gives them +1 attack and ranged. The rest of those get set aside. I do think that's funny that I got Sarah Garza on top and the Sarah Garza upgrade. We also put an adaptoid into play. When we get to campaign setup, this will go ahead and flip and have 1 threat. When we get to campaign setup, it says, place 3 additional lock counters on the top holding cell. Then remove X counters where X is the number of rescued captives in play recorded, and you just saw that is 4. So we take that all the way down to 1. Next, we prepare the executive board. We have those set out. We put secret counters on them equal to the number they had in the last scenario. And they all had 0s. So there is no threat on any of these. We also shuffle these into the encounter deck. Now, I will draw my opening hand, Mulligan, and then we'll resolve these. So in my opening hand, of course, I'd love to see Slingshot, but I'd also really like to see a mental resource, a wild resource early to help me unlock her holding cell. Come on, Slingshot. Did not get Slingshot. Call for backup is good, not for Slingshot, but probably for Beast. Inspiring Presence can be good. And we'll keep Hawkeye. Let's mulligan these. Get 3 more cards. There's a wild, but that would also pay for Hawkeye, so I have to decide what I want to do there. All right, now I've mulliganed and we'll do these. Each player may add one secret to a board member to search their collection for an aggression ally, shuffle it into their deck. I'm going to put one on Chief Tactical Officer and shuffle Sunfire into my deck. This one, we may add a secret counter to search the collection for a protection ally, shuffle it in. I am going to put another one there for Victor Mancha, and really for the same reason. He's cheap, he has a decent ability, and he has an energy icon. Those get shuffled, and I also have the option of adding threat to the main to search my deck for those. I am not going to do that. Again, I'm fine getting them whenever I get them. I don't need to go get them right away. So let's start. I'll draw a card there. Cyclops is good. These I'm going to move out of the way. I do like that energy, but... for that energy, I do like that wild for this. But I have to think about other things. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Too early for that. Make the call for Hawkeye, because he comes in with counters. Then we'll use this Crisis Interdiction to play Call for Backup, which has 3. And Hawkeye thwarts 1. I thwart 2. This goes away, and we are going to go get Beast. He enters play, and when he does, I get to go find a resource. In this case, even though it seems weird, I'm going to go get Innovation. Am I just missing Innovation? I'm going to go get Innovation. Because with Innovation, I can spend a wild resource to remove a lock counter from there. When I spend that, I heal an ally. That removes that lock counter, and this flips to Sarah Garza. Does not count towards ally limit, and she has 2 attack. Beast will attack for 2. She attacks for 2. Then I'll use Cyclops to play Inspiring Presence to ready her and heal her. She attacks for 2 more with Overkill. So she knocks him out and deals a damage here. Let's ready and draw. What do I need here? Physicals or 3 of any type? That can do that. 1 goes on the main. He's attacking. I'm just going to take it. He's a weak attacker. 1, 2, 3. And after this activation, that gets shuffled in. So I take 3 damage, and this gets shuffled back into the deck. Oh, and that's my strong guy. I thought that was my psionic guy. The psionic guy is fantastic. 1 encounter card. Ooh, Incite 1. Place 1 secret counter on each board member. You may spend X mental to prevent X of those counters. I'll go ahead and put 1 on each. Okay. She also has range, so if she attacks M.O.D.O.K, she won't take the retaliate. What I think I want to do here, I'm going to spend 1 energy to heal 1 and draw a card. Inspiring Presence. Let's put that energy channel down, and I will do Heal Thwart 2. I'm going to do let's do I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. Let's get him down. So let's do physical to remove a counter from here and deal 2 damage. That's not an attack, so I don't take retaliate. Hawkeye can knock this thread off. And I'm just going to put the energy here and attack for 2, which does have retaliate. It's just ready. I'm going to dump that Inspiring Presence. There's Slingshot. Okay. 1 goes on, attacking for 1, 2, 3. And this gains boosts for each aim minion in victory. There are none, so I only take 3. I get 1 encounter card. This attaches to him +1/+1. After you reset his hit points, discard this. So I might get rid of him. Knocking him out actually does 2 things for me. It'll get rid of this and take 2 off of there, so I might do that. I'll definitely consider it. But we need to start with... Do we need to start with that? Let's see what I want to do. I love that get ready, though. Let's do energy for Slingshot. I'm going to have her attack for 2, attack for 2. That does have retaliate, so she takes 2 damage. Sarah Garza attacks for 2 and doesn't take retaliate because she has ranged, and let's do physical. Take a counter off there to deal 2 damage. Now, when he would be defeated, if there's a holding cell in play, remove 2 lock counters from it, reset his health. So this comes out. He has a tough, 7 hit points, doesn't count towards ally limit, and he has a huge attack, which I love. This also gets discarded, and 2 goes on this holding cell. Unfortunately, my psionic guy is on the bottom, and I hate that. He is, in my opinion, the best one to get early, because when he thwarts, you just remove a threat, or you remove a lock counter. Now... I'm going to thwart that off. And I'm trying to decide if I want to flip down. I don't think I need to flip down. But coming back up with 10 health would be nice too. And I don't think he's going to scheme out. So let's flip down. Draw a card. Energy Absorption. If I had 1 more, I could play that. But we'll do this action, put 3 energy counters there. I'm going to get rid of that Avengers Mansion. Also, because he's got that tough, he's going to attack for 3. The retaliate knocks his tough off, and then he takes 1 point of damage, consequential damage. Let's ready. Draw 6. And slingshot comes back to hand. 1 goes on. He is thwarting for 2. This gives him stalwart and soaks damage. So we got to get through 5 damage there. So he only thwarted for 2. 1 encounter card. This will surge. When revealed, discard 1 card for these up here. So I have no aim minions in the discard pile, but it surges into Psionic Blast. When revealed, I'm confused, and he schemes. 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, that goes up to 7. Force Interrupt. When this stage is completed, put 1 random set aside of these into play. Then if there were none in play, I would lose the game. Or none set aside, I would lose the game. Otherwise, remove all threat from here. When this stage would be completed, put random set aside adaptoid environment into play instead. Then, if there are none, you would lose. Otherwise, remove all threat from here. And shuffle each adaptoid into the deck. That's unfortunate. I've actually never... I've played this scenario about 12 times the other day, and I've never had him scheme out. So that extra scheme really hurt me there. All right. I am going to recover 4, draw a card. That Photonic Blast may be exactly what I need to just get rid of that. So let's flip up. And yeah, let's do one. Is that the only energy I have? That's unfortunate, but I can get clarity of purpose in. 1, 2, 3 for Photonic Blast. Deal 5 to an enemy. Now, I do take a retaliate. When attached enemy would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. Then, if there is at least 5 here, discard this card. I paid for that with energy, so I get to draw a card. There's another energy channel. Let's pop this energy channel to deal 8 damage. That knocks him out and gives me a retaliate. Because when he would be defeated, if there's a holding cell in play, remove 2 threat from it. This comes in. This will have to reset his health. Oh, and this goes here. Okay. Mental to remove that, but I need to work on these. Let's do physical to remove this and deal 2 damage. Let's do... I can't do any of the others. Let's put that other energy channel down. Use Get Ready to play Clarity of Purpose. Exhaust it, take a damage to generate energy to put her into play. She attacks for 2, takes 2 damage. 1 retaliate, 1 consequential. Let's ready. And Slingshot comes back to hand. 1 goes on. He's attacking for 1, 2, 3. I get 1 encounter card. He schemes for 2, 3, 4. Back up to 5. Do I have? I don't. That's unfortunate. Let's do... What do I need there? Mental. Could also use mental here, though. If I use this genius, that's the only thing I get to do. I can't also take off of there. So I think we will use 3 here. I'm going to use Genius to remove that counter and take off 3 counters, or 2 threat. We're going to use Victor Matcha as an energy to heal me 1 and draw. Cosmic Flight to put Slingshot into play. And let's use energy to remove this counter, heal Beast 1. Then, I don't think I need to worry about the threat. We are going to get rid of Energy Channel and deal 6 here. I take a Retaliate. That removes 2 counters here, puts him into play. And then he is reset. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She attacks for 2, and because she has range, she only takes the consequential damage. He attacks for 3. He takes Retaliate and Consequential. She attacks for 2 and takes Retaliate and Consequential. Beast attacks for 2. He gets knocked out by Retaliate and Consequential. And I attack for 2, and I knock him out. And I don't take the Retaliate because he is defeated. When M.O.D.O.K would be defeated, if there's a holding cell in play, remove 2 lock counters from it, reset him. Otherwise, the players win the game. So yeah, Psionic Human helps a lot. I wouldn't have had to keep defeating M.O.D.O.K in order to get lock counters off, because after this ally force, remove a lock counter from a holding cell. He is super good. And if you can get ready him and do it twice, you can get another one right away. But that is the game. Let's go to victory. Victory, mark each Adaptoid environment in play on the campaign log. We have Psionic and Sarah Garza. We record the number of secrets on each board member. I have 0s again. And if at least one has no counters, we get a piece of evidence. So I would really like it to be this blue one so that we can just eliminate one of the people now as the mole. I get authority. Oh, it actually eliminates that one as well. And where's my Sharpie? So we can cross off authority. That knocks that one off. These 2 And that's it. But I know for a fact that Chief Tactical Officer is not the mole because everything has been crossed off for him. I only have 2 here. So if we can get ideology in the next scenario, I will know that it is not him either, or, yeah, I guess that's a profile of a male. That leaves only Chief Medical Officer. So if I get lucky and get ideology next time, that eliminates Surveillance Officer and only leaves Chief Medical Officer. This ability is Search for an Aggression Support. I probably won't even do this one. And of course, this is a May, so I don't have to do it. I probably won't do this one. I'll just have to wait and see. All right, that was Scenario 3, M.O.D.O.K. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what I missed, and I hope you have a marvelous day.